And welcome back, Kedtail Husky sports fans. We are back at the Gene Gannett Hawley Gymnasium for a matchup between the Kedtail Huskies and the Telstar Rebels from Bethel, Maine. We got a great matchup for you guys today. Let's start with the pregame. Kedtail's 1-0 in their season so far with a win against Buckfield, which we broadcast here live on the Howl. Telstar comes in at 0-5. They are from Bethel, Maine, and Bethel, Maine is also home to where our rivals Gould is located, which the boys have a game against there tomorrow, hopefully, if it does not get canceled by COVID. It will be an away game, so it will not be on the Howl. The Huskies have a grueling month ahead of them as they need to play 17 games the next month, as the team is very excited to get started. On defense, they're going to be looking to be very aggressive now. I talked with R.J. Jenkins, and he said that they are going to start pressing. They're going to come out with the press, that Telstar really only has a couple good players, and that they're going to look to lock them up by pressing. R.J. Jenkins has coached these girls multiple times, and he looks very excited to get there. They're going to push the pace as much as possible on offense. Only 8 players eligible now for the Huskies, as Naomi McGadney is out, and others, as Abby Burgoyne is also out with COVID-related things. And we will bring you guys back here on the Howl as we go down to Norris Andrews for the national anthem and the starting lineups. And here is Norris Andrews. Third time's the charm, folks, hopefully, as we take it down to Norris Andrews starting lineups in just a moment here, which could be any moment now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Howley Gymnasium in the outlines represented in today's matchup between the Rebels of Telstar Academy and your Kedtail Huskies. Without further ado, here's your starting lineup for tonight's Telstar Rebels. Number 0, Leah Kimball. Number 1, Mackenzie Elliott. Number 14, Morgan Zett. Number 20, Katie Evans. And finally, number 12, Alan Castella. The Telstar Rebels are coached by head coach Ryan Hill. And now, the moment you've all been ready for, your Kedtail Huskies! First off, number 1, the freshman, Lucy McDonald. Number 0, junior year, Logan Norris. Number 4, junior, Regina Sapirola. Number 12, junior, Rose Jackson. And last but not least, number 20, senior, Alana Butcher. Your Kentucky Huskies are coached by longtime coach R.J. Jenkins and assisted by the athletic director, Michelle Randall. A reminder to all spectators that masks are required during your time inside the outdoor athletic center. Be sure to have the mask covered nose and mouth while you cheer on your Huskies. In good spirit and good sportsmanship, we ask that the spectators, you let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Without further ado, the national anthem. Thank you.
As you heard there from Norris Andrews, R.J. Jenkins, longtime coach, 17 years he's been at Kent Hill. As I'm joined with him right now, Norris Andrews in the booth. And Norris, how does it feel to be back in the booth?
Feels great, Feels great to be back in the booth, and it's fun doing intros just now. I had to sort of sprint over here while the national anthem was playing. But it's all good, We're just back at it again for another game.
It does feel great.
You want to go first?
Logan McDonald steps into the circle for the tip-off. I mean, that's Rose Jenkins. I thought folks, but it goes over to Lucy McDonald, who quickly moves up to Logan. That's Alana Batchalder, the senior. And 2, out to Rose Jenkins, her shot. That's good. Huskies open the score with a quick 2. And as I said in the pregame, they opened up with the press. And Lucy McDonald with the steal. Ooh. The sloppy pass there by Lucy McDonald to Regina Samirova. Huskies could have got 2.
Yeah, fantastic jump shot by Rose Jenkins there. She really put it into the rim there. Almost made it a 4-0 game with that steal there by Lucy McDonald, excuse me. But besides that, it's all good down here. The Huskies lead 2-0.
Huskies stay aggressive early. We mentioned a lot of inactives today for them, quite a bit. Naomi McGadney being one. Huskies really going to miss her speed and athleticism today as they get a turnover over to Regina. He uses McDonald in the paint. Rose Jenkins comes in again. She's 2 for 2 on the day. And she gives the Huskies a 4-0 lead. And they set up in the press again. Telstar goes for the cross-court pass.
Again, fantastic jump shot by Rose Jenkins there to get 2 more points on the board for her team. Huskies up 4-0 early. That's always what you love to see.
Huskies forced a excellent dribble into the corner there. As when you're pressing, that's the only thing you want to do. You want to force your opponent to dribble into the corner on their side so they can't go backwards as well. Got very unlucky there with the kick out. Huskies up 4-0. Inbound for Telstar. And the Huskies continue to press. Rose Jenkins on the defense. She moves it up. Leah Kimball. Kimball working against McDonald, the older one, Logan. Kimball made the travel there, but gives it back down. Oh, and that's a sloppy pass there by Morgan Zetz. But Telstar regains. There's a three-pointer. That's off the mark. Adeline Casquel is 0 for 1. Oh, it's a quick pass up the Batchelder. Her layup. Oh, that misses. Rebounded by Evans. Oh, but slow by Regina. That's it. Oh, and another steal by Regina. That's a cross-court pass. Beautiful pass there by Regina. And the Huskies lead 6-0.
Rose Jenkins has 6 points for her team. She's doing very well tonight. I'm interested to see how many points she puts up. Maybe she get a double-double or triple-double if she does extra well. So, always good to see the stats go up for the Huskies.
There's a foul on Rose Jenkins against Leah Kimball, her first. Here's Kimball with the out of bounds. Over to Mackenzie Elliott. Defended by Regina. Good step around by Elliott. And it's off of her. That's Huskies basketball. If they get another stop there, slowing down this Telstar offense, as Jenkins is going to pass it to Savirova here. Over to Jenkins. Goes for the point. Over to Logan McDonald, who uses a lot of Batchelder. She takes a three. Gives it back into Rose Jenkins. Oh, that ball's on the ground. It's a scrub for it. Rose Jenkins rips it out. But Catley Evans comes out with it. And now Morgan Zetz takes it up the court. Over to Evans. Over to Kimball. Defended by Logan McDonald. There's another foul. Logan McDonald had we know about her offense, but I think that her defense is not going to recognize as last game against Buckfield, she had a steal and 3 blocks, which is incredible for a good center. Great stat line you'd like to have. As there's the inbound to Morgan Zetz. Her turnaround jumper, that's good, and Telstar gets on the board.
The Telstar is very important to get points here on the board earlier because you're already down by 6, so you want to at least soften the deficit a little bit here. So it'll be interesting to see how Telstar responds to the Huskies just absolutely putting it on early. Great passing, great shooting.
So we talked. I talked with R.J. Jenkins before the game. He said that he watched a lot of film on Telstar as Kent gets another 2 there. And he said that they play a zone, so look for Kent Hill to break the zone really by getting outside shots and passing in between the players. As Kimball takes it from the point, defended by McDonald. Inbound to Zetz. Back out to Elliott. Her 3. Ooh, that's off the brick. That bounces off the top of the basket. And Rose Jenkins comes away with it. She takes it up the court. She could go all the way. To Logan McDonald, and that's a foul. That's going to be on number 24 from Kimball. Wait. I think that's on Adeline Castella. I don't really know who that was in. Show goes on.
Yeah, the show goes on here, and it's great to see Cutler's getting drawn. You want to get the ball back if you're the Huskies. So let's see if they can get 2 more points on the board and make it an 8-point game.
Oh, Logan McDonald received a great pass there, and the Huskies do not set up in the press, playing half-court defense as Kimball takes up the court for the Rebels.
Yeah, I feel like Telstar really needs to score on this possession here because you really do not want to let this lead keep growing. You want to shrink it by at least a basket or 2, and I feel like they should do that here on this possession.
There's a 2 from Kimball that's off the mark, and no attempt to save it by Mackenzie Elliott, and it will be Kenzel Ball with a chance to extend the lead. And check that as R.J. Jenkins takes his first time out of the game. And we'll keep it here as we want to go over the Bucknell game as when the Huskies won as they did very good, as they opened up. See, a very fast start's very important for the Huskies, as against Buckfield, they opened up with 18 points in the first quarter and held Buckfield to 2. And in the second quarter, they held Buckfield to 3. So defense is a big part of their game against the Kensal basketball.
Kent Hill, the Huskies are 1-0 right now in terms of the girls' side right now. So they're 1-0. Telstar comes into this game 0-5, which they are from Bethel, Maine, which is where Kent Hill, one of their biggest rivals, Gould, comes from. So Telstar has big shoes to fill if they want to be as competitive as Gould.
And as Regina brings up the coordinates. Over to Backshopper. Over loose Rose Jenkins. To Regina. She jumps to the corner. Her three. That's it rattles out of the basket. And it's a jump ball forced by Lucy McDonald. And it will stay with the Huskies.
Devastating break there for Regina Stavirova. She's a very good three shooter. Someone who comes in the gym often and just shoots around here. She's always flashing threes around here. So just a bad break there with a bad bounce around the basket, but she could have very easily made that.
And that's a poor inbounds pass. Oh, that was a poor inbounds pass for Lucy McDonald, but allowed a Backshopper to bail her out as the Huskies reset their offense. And you can see the Huskies going in places where Telstar is not. It's how you break the zone defense. As the Huskies will set up in their press. Oh, and Rose Jenkins almost gets a steal there, but forcing it out of bounds. Giving Telstar a chance to set up their press break, and the Huskies can set up their looks like a 2-1-2 press.
Great strategy here from the Huskies. Always want to shut down the press and stop their dribbling and progress down the court, which I think they just did.
Yeah, a good chance at an interception there by Lucy McDonald, as she got right in there and she almost came out with the steal, but can only just force out of bounds, giving the press a break. And as Phoebe Stinson comes on now for the Huskies, and Lucy McDonald goes off. And here's the inbounds by Karen Marshall, who just checked into the game. Down to Zetz. Working at McDonald. Zetz with the shot. That misses. McDonald with another rebound. And Regina puts in a pace. Oh, and she traveled. Lifted the ball up. That did not work out for her as she gets the trap. And now Mackenzie Elliott will take the out of bounds over to Morgan Zetz. Here's Zetz working against Rose Jenkins. Talk with RJ Jenkins. And plan to have Rose on Morgan Zetz the entire game, just harassing her. As the ball's up to Karen Marshall. Karen uses Zetz in the paint. Zetz quickly gets it out of there to Mackenzie Elliott. Back to Zetz. Her shot. That's blocked by McDonald as she gets another block to her tally. And the Huskies push it up, push the pace with Regina stepping into a three. And that's good! Regina from downtown, making the lead 11-2 with throwing the lead to 9 as Zetz continues to take. Oh, and she's fouled by Regina Stavirova. Good three there by Regina.
You know, Stavirova, like I said, always comes in and splashing threes, so glad to see her finally get one on the board here. 1 for 2 from the 3-line. She is.
And here's Morgan Zetz. Oh, great defense there by Rose Jenkins, forcing Zetz to just give it up to Karen Evans. Oh, a good defense there by Logan McDonald. Almost got a steal on Morgan Zetz, and the coach for Telstar, Ryan Mills, is forced to call a timeout there and set up Telstar needing to score on this possession here.
Timeout called here. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
For our Husky sports fans, the girls hockey team is currently beating Proctor Academy 1-0 in the second period. We will keep you updated on that game as it goes. You saw the girls hockey team play a couple nights ago, or 2 nights ago against Pingree, where they won 4-3 in a little bit of a nail biter at the ending there. As Karen Marshall works against Rose Jenkins, who uses Kimball. That's into Morgan Zetz. Back out. That's a 2. That's off the mark. And Regina strips it away. for Mackenzie Elliott to get the rebound. Regina steps into another three. That's front rim. And it bounces out of bounds. Regina got a little excited there against Bucknell. She was 1 for 2 from 3 with a total of 6 points. As the Kensale continues to set up the press. As the ball's inbounded to Morgan Zetz, who has her dribble. Over to Kimball. Back to Zetz. Oh, good press break by them. And over to Kaylee Evans. And Karen. And Karen Marshall missed a wide open layup, but great and promising press break from Telstar.
Yeah, you can't miss wide open layups like that, especially because of the score. It's 11-2. So Telstar, I think, has to really get back to their offense and try to do something to put some more points on the board. And they're down by 9. It's still early, so it's anyone's game.
And here comes Joe Jenkins over to Regina Sabirova. Using Zoe Cheney, who recently checked the game. Over to Phoebe Simpson, who misses that shot. Rebounded by Rose Jenkins. To Batchelder, her three. Bang! That's good! A lot of Batchelder extends the lead to 12, making it 14-2. And Telstar will break the press. Or will attempt to. As they can successfully do to Kimball.
What a three there by Alana Batchelder, just finding the open space, I noticed, in the wing, and just taking it and putting up for 3 more, 11-point game Huskies.
Alana Batchelder was on fire last game against Buckfield, scoring 10 points and was only 2 for 7 for 3-pointers. As that's rebounded by Morgan Zetz for Telstar. And she puts it up, and she can't hit it, and Rose Jenkins comes away with it. There's a crossover, goes into the box, out to Regina. She thought about it. And a lot of Batchelder will swing through. Setting up a play for the Huskies. That's a good point of Batchelder. Into Zoe Cheney on the paint. Her shot. That's good! Shot it right over Mackenzie Elliott to get a 2 from the elbow. And as the Huskies set up and their press break, their press again, and it's all about Regina. And she tried to scoop layup there. That missed. As Rose Jenkins and Mackenzie Elliott battle for it under the basket. And it's going to be Telstar ball. Good early defense here by the Huskies.
Yeah, fantastic steals here. Just forcing jump balls. It's always what you want to do. Speaking of defense, we got another foul here on Regina Sabirova. So Telstar's ball.
Yeah, poor foul there by Regina, but Telstar still needs to break the press, which they have only done successfully 1 or 2 times as Shea Cheney goes to the scores table. And she will check in or she will not check in. I guess she will go for next whistle, next opportunity to substitute. As it's inbounded to Morgan Zetz, he gives it right back to Elliott. Quick to get to Regina. Now Jenkins is on Elliott. Good hard defense here by Rose Jenkins. Oh, that's inbounded. Oh, she was looking for Karen Marshall, but Marshall cannot come up with it as Regina takes up the court now. Out to Batchelder. She'll try another three. That's off the front iron. And now it's fought for by Rose Jenkins and Karen Marshall. And it will be Kensale ball.
Kensale doing at least a good job of getting shots on the rim here. Something Telstar I feel like is lacking in that department. So just good job just taking shots and making it.
And Shea Cheney will come on the court now for Regina Sabirova, who has played a phenomenal first half, making it a 3 and making some other steals. As Shea Cheney gives it over to Batchelder. Over to Zoe Cheney. Pushes one off her. Over to Batchelder. To Jenkins. Shots running out. Jenkins with a shot. Oh, that missed. I don't know if that would have counted or not. But it was a great, very strong first half of the Huskies, and we're seeing it. It's just like Buckfield, as they only let up 2 points. And they only were 2 points off from matching their first performance against Buckfield.
16-2 after the first quarter. We'll be back. We'll step aside, let the coaches and players talk with each other. We'll be back with the second.
Another Husky Sports update for you. The girls' varsity hockey team is now up 2-0 against Proctor, with 10:31 remaining to go in the game. As Mackenzie Elliott and Leah Kimball wanted to go before the referee let them. And we're playing. Shea Cheney will remain in the game, along with Phoebe Simpson. As Rose Jenkins continues to get over Kimball. And there was a good layup attempt there by Morgan Zeth because she can't capitalize. As Rose Jenkins continues to bring up the ball. Over to Shea Cheney, and there's a miscommunication as Shea Cheney was not turned around. And Lucy McDonald ran right into the scores table to take out Alana. Come on right now. Lucy McDonald now. Her and Rose Jenkins are the only starters as RJ Jenkins tells the Huskies to retreat and they will not press anymore.
Just unfortunately missed opportunity there for the layup. But when you're leading this big, I think that really doesn't matter unless something, a collapse happens. But the way the Huskies are playing, I doubt that will happen.
Good take there by Mackenzie Elliott, getting through the paint into the basket to draw 2 shots as she will head to the stripe for the first time in this game today for both teams. She misses the first. And here's the second. And that's right off the bank, making the score 16-3. And Rose Jenkins takes it up the court now. Here's McDonald to her left and Shea Cheney to her right. Over to McDonald. Over to Shea Cheney. To McDonald. Over to Phoebe Simpson. Over to Rose at the top of the key. Over to McDonald, who's kind of on the wing. Down to Phoebe Simpson in the corner. Up to Shea Cheney now at the top. Oh, good looping pass over the defender Kimball. Into Zoe Cheney. But Zoe Cheney gets it right back. Tries to look for sister Shea Cheney. That was intercepted by Mackenzie Elliott. Telstar's zone defense works for them nicely as it's over to Adeline Kasla. And there's a missed shot there by Mackenzie Elliott. And Lucy McDonald with the rebound over to Rose Jenkins, who will take the ball up.
Rose Jenkins is playing very well this game. She has many points on the board and rebounding well and getting passes and taking the team down the court with her. So I think using her speed and her skill, she's just going to help continue to put this team on her back and hopefully continue to score buckets.
As a missed layup there by Zoe Cheney, gives Morgan Zetz another rebound, and Logan McDonald just went into the scores table. As Morgan Zetz continues to have it. And she looked inside for Mackenzie Elliott, defended by Shea Cheney right on the block. And Shea does a great job of forcing her out. That's over to Adeline Catskill. Back down into Morgan Zetz. That's off the glass, and that's good, making the lead 16-5. And Rose Jenkins takes up the ball again, using Shea Cheney. Over to Lucy McDonald. Over to Rose Jenkins now. Oh, drives right by. Over to Phoebe Simpson for the corner shot. That's off the mark. Jenkins fights for the rebound, gets it, and Morgan Zetz comes out with it. Zetz brings the ball up, looking like she's playing point guard and the center position tonight at Jean Hawley Gymnasium. As Zetz takes over to the wing and gives it up to Caskell, who uses Mackenzie Elliott, who gives it down to Catalina Evans, who uses Zetz. Double team. There's a three. That's good! Mackenzie Elliott with the three, cutting the lead to 8 now.
Big time threes there for Elliott there. But you like to see threes here in the game. And Telstar is going to look back on that one as a very good possession as they finally got 3, and now they've cut the lead down to 8. But anyways, timeout taken here. We'll step aside for 30 seconds.
And we are back there as Regina takes up in some starters for Kent Hill and Logan McDonald. And Regina Saviova back in, and Logan McDonald making an immediate impact as she gets the basket. And RJ Jenkins still not going back to the press here as Mackenzie Elliott goes over to Katie Evans.
That was a good bucket on the last possession by Logan McDonald. Always want to put more points on the board. It was a 10-point game, but now it's an 8-point game.
Yes, Morgan Stats with a great post we work on Logan McDonald in the paint. That's going to be a match to watch as Regina drives in, blocked by Zetz. And it will be off Phoebe Simpson as Telstar gets a chance now to come back a little more to just chip away at this lead. We mentioned this, how to really break leads in basketball. And it's unlikely he's going to come in, so you got to get on little runs like 7-0 runs, 8-0 runs, 5-0 runs, just to chip away at this lead. And Telstar's doing that so far as Zetz hits it out to Kimball. Rebounded by Zetz again, who misses over to Elliott. She misses the layup. Elliott with another layup. That misses as well. And Phoebe Simpson comes away with it as Regina Saviova comes up with it now. She has Logan McDonald. She's used. Logan McDonald with the laydown. Oh, that misses. And it will be Kent Hill ball.
Great scoring chance there from the Kent Hill Huskies, but I believe they're going to get the ball back, so hopefully they can capitalize on it finally and make it a 10-point game. Maybe even an 11-point game for reset.
Regina Saviova has been on fire from the 3-point line as Kent Hill sets up their out-of-bounds play into Regina. She uses Lucy McDonald, who uses her sister Logan. That's off the glass, and that's good.
What a bank line up there from Logan McDonald, just going over the two defenders that were on her, putting it up for a 10-point lead here.
Here's Regina now defending Elliott over to Karen Marshall. Oh, that's swatted by Zoe Cheney, and Lucy McDonald comes away with it up to Regina, who's looking for Zoe Cheney, who's ahead of all of the defenders. To no avail as Regina takes it up now. He gives it up to Lucy McDonald. He's his sister Logan, who will take a three. That's front iron, rebounded by Morgan Zetz. The Huskies retreat with a 10-point lead with 3:17 remaining to go in the period, in the half. As McDonald defends Zetz now, that's going to be our matchup to watch, especially when those two are battling the paint.
A lot of Batchelder and Rose Jenkins are at the scorer's table.
That's being rebounded by Zetz. Her shot. Thought she got fouled as Lucy McDonald comes up with it. And she uses Logan, who goes around. She's traveled. Logan McDonald traveled, and it will be inbounded as Rose Jenkins and a lot of Batchelder come into the game. And the Huskies have their complete starting lineup on the court now, and they reset their press with Morgan Zetz.
Didn't look like a travel there, but honestly, I thought it'd be a foul against for the Huskies, but it's fine here because all they gotta do is just get the ball back and put some more points on the board and make it a 12-point, maybe 13-point.
Good press break there by Telstar. They cannot capitalize it as Regina throws it a little wild path there, looking for Alana as Logan McDonald fights for the ball, gets the rebound. Now Lucy's fighting for it, getting the rebound out to McDonald. She does a great Euro step, and she gets the basket, making it a 12-point game.
Fantastic Euro step floater there from Logan McDonald. Again, 12-point game here for the Huskies, and as we get closer and closer to the half, you got to wonder what will the speech be at halftime for the players, for each coach.
Regina takes it up now after a missed three there. And there's a pass. Oh, that misses. And it's a foul on Logan McDonald, who that's just collateral damage right there. Did not seem like a foul, to be honest. And now Lindsay Stevenson checks into the game for the first time.
You know, if you're Telstar in this situation, you want to score on this possession because possessions like these are big, especially when you get closer and closer to the half or the end of the game. Possessions like these are huge, and they'll definitely either look back upon fondly, or will not be back upon so fondly once it's all said and done and you're looking at film. So let's see if Telstar can score here.
It seems that Telstar has entered the bonus, and now they're 1-1 as they will go to line. So if you're looking at, I mean, this has been a very good game here coached by RJ Jenkins and Nick Hambros. But I mean, if you were going to look at one thing that can be fixed, it would obviously be these fouls, right? What are your thoughts on that, Norris?
Yeah, you don't want to take unnecessary fouls because especially when free throws are on the line, you don't want to give them up because in all the basketball I've watched throughout my years, even in person, NBA or whatever, the game always, or at least half the time, is lost within free throws.
Free throws missed, and it's a great interception by Mackenzie Elliott, who manages to stay in, but Batchelder is there. And look at McDonald. Oh, that's a great, fantastic pass into Rose Jenkins. Good help defense there by Logan McDonald to intercept the pass there by Elliott, who was stuck in the corner. As Telstar breaks the press with Caitlin Evans.
Fantastic pass there from Logan McDonald to Rose Jenkins. That was a fantastic underhand behind the back pass, and that's what you always love to see.
As Marshall with the three, that's off. Reading about it by Stevenson. That's intercepted by Lucy McDonald, and here's Regina. That's an offensive foul. Great charge there taken by Mackenzie Elliott. Just decided to hold her ground against Regina and stop the oncoming train. And she earned Buckfield. Telstar the possession as Morgan Zetz now has it. Will look to break the press over to Kaylee Evans. Oh, stolen by Logan McDonald in the Hudson 2-on-1. Uses Regina. Oh, but that's a front iron. And that's up to Morgan Zetz. Over to Karen Marshall. She tries a Euro step. That fails. Over to now Lucy McDonald gets a rebound with 45 seconds remaining. That's over to Regina. She does a little spin. Over to Rose Jenkins. She steps in. Almost took the two. Over to Regina. Batchelder for three. That's good! Alana Batchelder makes it a 17-point lead.
What a three shot there by Alana Batchelder. Despite her size, she actually put it up over two of the tallest people on the team and put it in for three. So, nice job on
Oh, it's another steal by Rose Jenkins, and she has Batchelder who will go for the left. Oh, but she will miss the left. Rebounded by Jenkins out to Savirova. Good step in, and she will get the basket as the Huskies are starting to run away with it now.
29-10 game. If you're Telstar, you want to make something here in the last 2
You're also gonna want to hook up a shot right now. Full court shot or not. Very, very sharp performance by Kent Hill in this first half, getting a 19-point lead. Norris, what do you got to say about the first half?
All I got to say is that Kent Hill just keep doing what they're doing. Minor nitpick is the fouls, but I guess fouls, if you're leading this much, that's not too much of something to harp on. So, anyways, folks, 10 minutes to the second half. 29-10 is your score in favor of the Huskies. We'll be back in 10. And we are back here after halftime. Your Kent Hill Huskies lead 29-10 over the Telstar Rebels. As the team breaks down here, I believe that Kent Hill will have the ball on the right side as they switch sides due to halftime. And Telstar goes into their 3-2 zone here, 3 up top, 2 in the bottom. I'm joined today by, again, I'm Evan Slaughter.
Hello, Norris. We are back, 29-10. As on a bad child, there pulls up another 3. That's front iron. And coming away with the rebound is going to be Adeline Caskell and Lucy McDonald fighting for it. And it's going to be blue ball as RJ Jenkins has the girls setting up in a press. And here's Morgan Zatz. That's over to Evans. Over to Kimball. Over to Evans. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. Over to Zatz. Over to Kimball. That shot. That's just off the brick. Zatz tried for the rebound, and it will be Kent Hill's ball.
Yeah, great rebounding effort there by Rose Jenkins. Couldn't get her hands on it, but it still goes the way of Kent Hill. So that's what you love to see. Oh wait, no, it's gonna be
Telstar ball.
Oh, the ref pointed towards Kent Hill's way. So
going?
I'm a bit confused up here. The refs will talk this one over.
It'll be Telstar ball.
Yeah, show carries on.
Under the basket. That's over to Morgan Zatz, who works against Lucy McDonald. Her shot. That's off the mark. Moved by Mackenzie Elliott. That layup is also off. And Regina Savirova comes up with it. She uses McDonald's or Batchelder. I don't know who that was originally intended to, but it's all good. As the pass is over to Morgan Zatz now on the press break. That's it over to Kimball. Oh, that's a backcourt violation. As Leah Kimball did not know her positioning on the court, as she was behind on the Kimball side, and that's a backcourt violation.
You can see this on the bench here on the far side. I'm looking at the different composures of the coaches right now. The coach for Telstar there, Mr.
David Mills,
Mr. Brian Miller, is a bit panicked when he's standing up, cross-armed, just barking orders at the team. You go to RJ Jenkins, he's sitting there on the bench, just having a good time, legs crossed.
With their Ambrose. Yeah, with their Ambrose, just nice chewing the clock out. Regina Savirova takes 2 free throws. And the first one is off the mark. Big part of the Huskies game is to make their free throws. They're a big team, so they're going to get fouled a lot. So free throws are key to their success.
The 21-10 game here, Like I say, different composure of the coaches. Interesting.
That pass is intercepted by Lucy McDonald over to Batchelder. Her long 2. That bounces around the rim a couple times. It's tipped out to Regina Savirova. Her take. Back out to Rose Jenkins. Her 3 from the semicircle. That misses. Again, Regina with the rebound, and she gets fouled. Fouls on Adeline Caskell. Regina and the Huskies, will take it out under the basket with 6:21 remaining, and it being a 22-point game. That's over to Logan McDonald. Her shot. That's good. Logan McDonald with a good knockdown jumper.
What a 2 there by Logan McDonald, putting the Huskies up by
24. And a failed baseball pass there by Mackenzie Elliott. Gives the Huskies the ball, and that missed. And Regina took it in. Batchelder with the rebound. Give it back out to Regina. As Batchelder, that's another 3 that's off. And it will be white ball again off of Callie Evans.
Looking for the inbound there. It's Lucy. She gets it to Regina.
Regina. She takes up, uses Rose Jenkins at the key. Top of the key. Over to Alana Batchelder. Into Lucy McDonald at the corner. She takes a dribble up. She looks for offense. She has Regina, who drives baseline. She's fouled. Zetz made sure that it wasn't a 3-point play, as will be taken on the basket. That's another foul on Telstar early in this second quarter.
Yeah, another mistake by Telstar there. They're already down by 24. You want to play damage control at this point and just try to get as many points as you can. You maybe come back, because in basketball, it is possible to come back from this distance.
Yeah, I mean,
especially close to half.
yeah, like look at, I mean, if you look at the Atlanta Hawks versus the Philadelphia 76ers Game 5, the Hawks were down by 23 points with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and they ended up winning that game as Telstar swung for the travel. But in this sport, anything is possible. Even the 76ers only got 23-point lead, which was, in my opinion, glorious to watch.
All 76ers slander aside here, it's going to be very great to see. It's very great to see the Huskies score a lot of points here on the board, outscoring their opponents and drawing fouls when necessary. So Huskies are on cruise control of this one.
As Logan McDonald gives out the Batchelder. Oh, does a great crossbar pass to Regina Sembrano. Does a Euro step. It is fouled. No shot, though. As it's on the floor. And RJ Jenkins, if you saw his reaction, he's look, wait, and it's an offensive? What? And it seems to be an offensive foul on Regina. As Zoe Cheney goes to the table.
I don't know about that call, Chief. I'll be honest. All bias aside, I don't know about that one. If you looked on the sideline there, if you want to run back the footage,
yeah.
RJ Jenkins couldn't believe it either. So I didn't see anything on Regina's after. But I guess the refs call.
Yeah, scoot back 10 minutes and just look at RJ Jenkins, far left in the Huskies bench next to Danny Ambrose. He seemed very confused with that call as Morgan Zetz gets it at the top of the key. Go over to Leah Kimball. He dribbles with it against Lucy McDonald. Over to Morgan Zetz now in the paint. Her shot, that's good. Morgan Zetz with a good shot, assisted by Catley Evans as Rose Jacobs takes it up the court now. And here's Alana Batchelder. Over to Regina. That's it to Lucy McDonald. Oh, good pass there to her sister Logan. She comes up with it and it's fouled by Morgan Zetz. Lucy McDonald will now take the free throws.
Very important to splash these free throws here. You're up by 22. You want to, if you get 2 of them, you'll be up by 24.
She misses the first one. As Zoe Cheney comes into the game, the sophomore, here from, I believe, Maine, comes into the game for Regina, as she will take a rest. And here's McDonald again. That's good. She's 1 for 2 for the line in that session. As Mackenzie Elliott brings the ball up for Telstar. Over to Evans. Her three. That's too strong. Wow. As Morgan Zetz trying to go for the early shot on McDonald, and she passes up to Rose Jenkins. To Logan McDonald, and she's also fouled by Mackenzie Elliott. Kedsell really racking up the fouls here. And now it looks like it will be under the basket as Karen Marshall for Telstar checks and goes to the scores table.
Yeah, a lot of fouling here done by Telstar. Not something you want to do, especially when you're down by this deficit. So again, just got to make sure you don't foul and just try to get as much points as you can. As Logan McDonald gets that first free.
And Adeline Cascella will be subbed off. Logan McDonald is still on the court. Shooting a free throw now with a 24-point lead. Make that a 25-point lead for the Huskies.
Ken Till have to land on here to Telstar. Let's see if Telstar can respond on this possession.
There's Elliott over to Cascella. Over to Marshall. And it's stolen by Lucy McDonald, who gives up to Logan. She has Batchelder. She uses her. Oh, and that pass is off the mark. Maybe Logan McDonald thought that Batchelder just had a bigger frame, as you can see Batchelder's not the biggest person on the court. But good thought by Logan McDonald there to use Batchelder as the play continues. And Mackenzie Elliott brings it up the court. Over to Karen Marshall. Back down into Morgan Zetz. Back out to Karen Marshall. Her three. That's off the front iron. Zetz tries to fight, but she gets it. Over to Elliott. That two. That's good. Actually, that's Leah Kimball. Here's Rose Jenkins. Over to Alana Batchelder. Over to Lucy McDonald. Back over to Logan McDonald. Her three. That's off the mark. Rebounded there by Catley Evans, one of the starters for this Telstar team. And she passes it up to Mackenzie Elliott. Over to Karen Marshall. Gives it right back to Elliott under the basket to Morgan Zetz. Her two. That's off the mark. Back to Elliott. No fouls. Lucy McDonald's hands went straight up. And now Rose Jenkins takes up the court. Over to Zoe Cheney. That's just a great play. And she's fouled by Karen Marshall. And Zoe Cheney will probably go to the line here. That was a shooting foul.
Yeah, shooting foul there. Zoe Cheney's going to go to the line and see if she can put up 2 more on the board for the Huskies.
That first free throw is good.
First one took a bounce off the back, but it's pretty good. As Phoebe Simpson comes in for Lucy McDonald.
And that free throws, that second one's off the mark. As Elliott gets the rebound over to Morgan Zetz. There's Zetz over to Karen Marshall. Back over to Zetz. And that two around Morgan McDonald. That's off the bank, and that's good. Morgan Zetz really used good angles there to get that basket.
Telstar putting some more points on the board. Down by 22 still, so got a long way to go.
Over to Rose Jenkins. Kicks out to Batchelder. Back over to Rose Jenkins. Uses Logan McDonald. Logan McDonald ends up Phoebe Simpson. She's on the ground for it. And that's a foul. As there's been a lot of fouls in this second half. As the lead is now 22. As RJ Jenkins has him set up a play. And it seems to be a shooting. I think it's going to be a shooting foul for Phoebe Simpson. She will go to the free throw line. There's the shot. And she makes the first one. So she gets the second one. As you can see, she had the shade to Shaquille O'Neal as she was a little confused that she got a second one, but we're all good. She shot. Oh, and she makes 2 out of 2. As Phoebe Simpson is 100% from the free throw line today.
Yeah, Phoebe Simpson, nothing but net there, splashing both of them. Pretty good to see. It's 40-16. A score gap should be up this game. You're up by 24.
As here's Mackenzie Elliott. Oh, that's blocked by Logan McDonald. Terrific block there by Logan McDonald.
Yeah, Logan McDonald
sent it to the corner.
Logan McDonald there, blocking that one away. Telstar gets the ball back. Let's see if they can recover from that and get 2 more.
Over to Morgan Zetz. That's into Leah Kimball. She's looking for Zetz, and she cannot find her as Logan McDonald comes away with it. And that passes up to Alana Batchelder. You gives it a hand up to Rose Jenkins. And she does a crossover. She just passes it to Logan McDonald. That shot, oh, that's off the iron. And Zetz comes away with it for Telstar. With 1:38 remaining to go in the game. And here's Morgan Zetz, who gives it in to Karen Marshall. Back out to Zetz. Her 3. Bang! Morgan Zetz hits a 3. As the score is now 40-19. Huskies lead. And that gives it into Zoe Cheney. Back out to Rose Jenkins. That's drives. Oh, got Zetz to jump. And Phoebe Simpson gets 2 more points.
Phoebe Simpson has 4 points this game. 2 of them just coming in the last minute. Speaking of minutes, we got 1 minute remaining in this game, or in this quarter.
There's the pass by, the poor pass there by, I believe, Mackenzie Elliott. That's going. Now Rose Jenkins takes up the court with 52 seconds remaining in the third. Shea Cheney's on the court now. Over to her now. Shea Cheney gets it. She looks for sister. Sister checks out to McDonald. Oh, and that's a little too strong there by Logan McDonald. That's way over Rose Jenkins' head. Looking for the cross-court pass. As it's now 42-19. Morgan Zetz will take it up the court. That's over to Adeline Pascala. He goes up to Karen Marshall. Back into Morgan Zetz. And that too was good by Jets.
25 to go here, you know. Just breaking the 20 mark, Telstar is. See if the Huskies can get those 2 points back. Put it
So Jenkins over to Logan McDonald, who uses Zoe Cheney. She goes to her sister Shay, the senior. Go to Phoebe Simpson. And that's a 3-second violation there. I don't know who that was on, but it'll be a Telstar ball.
I think it was on Phoebe Simpson from what I was looking at.
And now Jets has it with 4 seconds remaining. She's going to need to get a shot up. And that's where Marshall takes it. That is off the mark. As your Ketzel Huskies go into the fourth quarter of 42-21. And we will see you back here in about 30 seconds. And we are back for the fourth quarter at Gene Hawley Gymnasium here as Telstar plays against Ketzel, and it will be out of bounds for Leah Kimball. And that's over to Mackenzie Elliott. Huskies just looking to simply just close out this one. Mackenzie Elliott, so too. That's good for them. Maybe this is the start of Telstar comeback as the lead is now 19 for the Huskies. And here's now Regina. That's over to Shay Cheney. It's Logan McDonald, but that pass is almost stolen. Shay Cheney comes up with it. As that pass by Shay Cheney was a little mishandled there by Regina, but she gains possession. Back over to Shay Cheney. Back to McDonald. Her three. That's good! And it seems to be an immediate whistle as there might be an issue with the clock. I don't know what the problem is here. I believe there's a problem on Regina's Chabirova and a headband or something like that. I have no idea what's going on, folks, but that three was good, and the Huskies lead us back up to 22. And that's Leah Kimball now. Mackenzie Elliott. Good pick and roll there with Zets. Cannot find her, though. That's over to Kaylee Evans. It's Morgan Zets. That two, that's bricked. And now Logan McDonald will come up with everything. She goes inside. Oh, good charge there by Karen Marshall. No call. As Logan McDonald drives in, and that's good as well. As Logan McDonald is on fire right now.
What a take there by Logan McDonald. Going up over 2, maybe even 3 people there.
As Morgan Zets sets it to 3, and that's good. Morgan Zets cuts the lead to 21. With 6:37 remaining to go in this game. As Logan McDonald kicks around. But that's a long two by her. That misses. Rebounded by Kathleen Evans, who gives it over to Mackenzie Elliott. That's up to Kimball. Back over to Evans. Back into Morgan Zett. That's up to Mackenzie Elliott. Her three. That misses. Over to Shay Cheney. That's hit. That's passed up to... Bad pass there by Morgan Setson. She traveled, I guess, as she fell down. And it will be Ketzel ball with 6:06 remaining to go in the game. Very less sloppy play by both teams. They're not drawing, not committing as many fouls as Logan McDonald gets arrested as Phoebe Simpson and Lucy come onto the court now.
Yeah, Shay Cheney also coming back in here.
As Regina uses Lucy McDonald. Goes over to Zoe Cheney. Good defense there by Zets. Over to Regina. That's almost stolen there by Zets. That's over to Lucy. Over to Shay. Back to Lucy. She uses Zoe Cheney. Oh, but that pass is blocked. And away with it is Leah Kimball. Defended by Shay Cheney. Over to Morgan Zets. Back over to Kimball. Uses Evans. Oh, but good defense there by Zoe Cheney. Almost forces a turnover. And Zoe Cheney continues to go. Oh, and it's a good block there by Phoebe Simpson. As she gets it, and there seems to be an issue with the clock where no substitution allowed. I do not know, but play it. As Leah Kimball will take it, and seems to be a substitution for Rose Jenkins, as Rose Jenkins comes out to the point out for Zoe Cheney. And 5:29 remaining. And here's Karen Marshall. Uses Morgan Zetz, who has played this entire game thus far. Back over to Kelly Evans. Marshall to Zetz. Oh, she cannot handle that pass. And Lucy McDonald comes away with it. Over to Regina Samirova. Oh, and she loses the handle.
Maybe the ref got in the way there. I was looking. The ref hit the ball at the end of that play, but no. Nonetheless, Telstar ball. 5:11 to go.
As Morgan Zetz will take the ball up the court now. And she was defended by Lucy McDonald. There's a step by Mackenzie Elliott. Gives it back to Elliott. He gives it back down to Zetz working against Lucy. Zetz's shot. That misses. She falls down. Now Rose Jenkins comes up. Huskies have a quick 5-on-4. Rose Jenkins goes all the way, coast to coast, and gets 2 for them. As Rose Jenkins went all the way from the block, I believe, right into the basket, and there will be a timeout there by the coach, Brian Mills, the Telstar. And we'll be back in 30. We have an update on the girls' varsity hockey game as Proctor has cut the lead to 1, and the York Huskies lead 3-2 with 3 minutes left to go in the game, and we will keep you updated on that game here on the Howl as this game is wrapping up.
Yeah, end of both games for the both women's teams here in Kansas. Let's see if both of them can take it down today.
And here's Telstar now. Now pass it up to Leah Kimball. Looking for Zetz. She can't find her. She can find her. Back out to Marshall. That's not Karen Marshall. That's Evans. That misses. And Regina comes out with it. Here's Regina now. She almost started at the 3. Lucy McDonald, and she passes over to Rose Jenkins. She uses Shay Cheney. Back over to Regina. She goes to the corner. Back out to Shay Cheney, who almost hit the 3. Over to Rose Jenkins. To Cheney. Sabirova. She drives baseline. Good floater, and that's off rim. Read by Phoebe Simpson, who gets a second rebound, and the ball is stolen away from her. That hockey game now has 2:04 remaining left. Same score. We will keep you guys updated on that. Morgan Zetz with the 3 now. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Rose Jenkins. And it seems that Proctor has tied the game with the Kansas Huskies, as that score is now 3-3. As Regina now passes it to Shay Cheney. Goal there by Proctor late in the game. As it looks like the Huskies will have to go into overtime. You can find the girls' live stream on Proctor's website. Just search up Proctor live stream and scroll down until you find the girls' varsity hockey. As it's over to Cascella. And she works against Simpson. And that's going to be a 5-second violation, and that's a turnover, and that'll be Huskies ball with 2:57 remaining.
Yeah, for Telstar, you don't want to make mistakes like that, you know. Kent Hill, in my opinion, is all but locked up the game. It's 49-26 with less than 3 minutes to go. Telstar's going to need something big if they at least want to get more points on the board.
Here's Jenkins. That's into Lucy McDonald. Out to Shea Cheney. Back out to Shea Cheney from the. Oh, that's a good steal there by Morgan Zetz. And she will come up with it. As that Proctor game has 1:30 now. Same score, 3-3. As Morgan Zetz has the ball. She's running against Lucy McDonald. Good screen there. As Zetz. Oh, that's a good pass there into Mackenzie Elliott. Blocked by Simpson. As here's Regina Sabirova. That's over to Lucy McDonald. Rebounded by Zetz, and McDonald tried to take it just straight out of Zetz. Tried to strip it, that field. That Proctor game has 1 minute remaining now. Same score. It'll be Telstar ball. Oh, and Kensal has a chance now in the hockey game. That fails as Morgan Zetz brings the ball up here with 2:02 remaining. Oh, there's a good 2 there by Catley Evans. As this game is coming to a close. The score 49-28 as Regina continues to dribble over to Zoe Cheney. That shot, oh, that's off the mark. As Lucy McDonald again tries to just grab it. But Catley Evans almost got caught for the foul there. As Catley Evans brings the ball up the court with 9 seconds remaining, and it looks like that the Kensal girls varsity game is going to be going into overtime. As time expires there, and Zoe Cheney fails to get the pass with 1:25 remaining now in this game.
A lot of Batchelder comes in. She'll come in for number 15, Shea Cheney.
With 25 remaining, you will make sure to keep you guys. Wait, that could be is that the end of the girls' game? I have no idea. I don't know if they do OT like the boys do, but we'll keep it here. As there's a shot by Mackenzie Elliott that misses. Oh, and it's off Rose Jenkins' face, I believe. As Lucy McDonald hits up to Regina. Oh, and Lucy McDonald there to like 8 steps as she's up the travel.
Yeah, I just couldn't get it in her hands, couldn't get a dribble in. Very good take there. That could have been a really good basket, but unfortunately just couldn't do it as we got a minute left here. As time is winding down in Darmstadt.
We have a confirmed overtime here in the Proctor versus Kensal hockey game. We're about to sign off though here as the ball's inbounded to Zetz. That misses. Rebounded by Lucy McDonald. And now it's up to Rose Jenkins. That's up to Zoe Cheney. Up to Regina. Her 3. That's misses. And it's out of bounds. Telstar ball. And there's another pass by, and that's very sloppy pass as Lucy McDonald picks up with Tawana Batchelder. Zetz tried to get the reach in over to Rose, to Regina. She uses Zoe Cheney. Good play there, and that's a travel. Thought that was a shooting foul there on Patty Evans, but apparently not.
Again, RJ Jenkins looks very confused in that one. I did too. I didn't think it was offensive, but refs call the call.
As Morgan Zetz as this will most likely be the final possession of the game. It's here's Morgan Zetz now. Working against Lucy McDonald. And that's once now. And Telstar cannot get a shot up as that is the end of the game. So I'm gonna, if you want to keep it here, actually, so we're just about done here. Great performance today by the Huskies. Notables were Logan McDonald for terrific defense. Phoebe Simpson got to the line multiple times. Regina played fantastic. I'm Evan Slotnick.
I'm Norris Andrews. We'll be signing out today. Your final score is 29-28. Kent Hill Huskies for the girls varsity basketball team against the Telstar Rebels.
And we will see you guys back here on the hill.
And before we,
What were you going to say?
before we go,
Seconds.